After a few slippery attempts, they finally shoved this thing into the back of the patrol car and returned it to its owner. I guess they had to deflate it in order to make that happen.
There they go.
The police department later posted online saying it's just one more example of officers going above and beyond, even for seasonal decor.
It's like a tumbleweed that just won't stop. That's what I'm visualizing.
Exactly.
It's nice they didn't just pop it, you know?
Right, that's true.
At least they deflated it. That's a good point.
Yes. Yeah. Meanwhile, a family in South Carolina is going all out for Halloween, but instead of the usual creepy goblins or ghosts, their display is kind of a frightening, fiery scene.
Oh.
Have you seen this? The homeowner said at 8 p.m. every night the house is lit up. Every window is supposed to resemble a massive house fire. The family says they've received, of course, concerns about their display, how people may think it's a real house fire. The couple says, luckily for them, their fire department knows that this is just a display and they're ready to handle any frantic calls. We had this happen in my last market in Albany, New York, and it was a real issue. So they ended up having to close down the display because people kept thinking it was a fire and fire departments were wasting their time.
And I think when they said that the fire department is ready to handle the calls, they should not have to be ready to handle the calls.
I agree.
Right?
And also, what happens now if there's a real fire? Now what do you do?
There you go. Like the boy who cried. Woof.
Correct. Yeah,
Good
that
point.
could also be a problem.
Yeah, get some pumpkins. That's all I'm
I'm with you. All right, thank you so much for watching Good Day Orlando Extra on this Monday. Hope you have a great week ahead, everybody. Take care.
We'll see you tomorrow.
So I'm bringing you a couple of stories that we brought to you here on Fox 35 to recap the month and to see what kind of celebrations were in order. So to start off, I had the opportunity to speak with Commissioner Tony Ortiz of Orlando to see what the celebrations meant for him, as well as what celebrations we can see here in Orlando.
First of all, Tony Ortiz, City Commissioner District 2, the City of Orlando, and my involvement is intense because I have I'm involved with the downtown development of this event, great event for our community, which is going to be celebrated at the City Hall, where we're going to be welcoming our community, and also we'll have a display at the Galleria of Spanish art. So that's going to be amazing. And we have a great team of people, a committee led by Luis Martinez, and we're going to have Anna Cruz, and we have a number of members of our City Hall that are going to be partaking on this event too. And the mayor is going to be there and the other commissioners, so it's going to be awesome. But we also have events all over the place. And one of the other places where we have events is at the Englewood Center, which is in the heart of District 2 also. We're going to have a great event where Jamaica Majors is going to be also directing this particular event at the Englewood Center. So we are welcoming everybody to celebrate with us this great month of, it's 30 days starting September 15 to October 15 of celebration, our heritage, our culture.
This city has definitely developed over time. We just aired a story about how Orlando is #1 for entrepreneurs, growing entrepreneurs. So how have you seen Orlando develop over time? We continuously celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month every year. How is each year different, and how have you seen this city develop over time?
You know, I first got here about 40 years ago, and about 40 years ago, there were some Latinos, some Hispanics around here, but we were like scattered all over the place. On this day and age, we're all over the place to the point where we have become, our corridor has become the decisive corridor in so many ways when it comes to elections, because Latinos are here. And Latinos in our countries, where we come originally from or whatnot, elections or politics is a sport of the day. So although many get here and they get a little shy, but people are waking up and people are realizing, other cultures are realizing the importance of the Latino impact in our corridor, in our nation, in our state. And so people are coming to the Latino for that feedback, for that involvement, for that influence. And that's important to us. And not only that, the impact of the economic impact of the Latino workforce and the Latino businesses and entrepreneurship is immense. We're talking about billions and billions of dollars. And so it's definitely a game changer when it comes to our communities. It's a game changer when it comes to our whole nation. And I hope most people, if not everybody, can appreciate that of our culture. We are adding to the roots of this community, to the roots of what the American dream is all about. And that's something to celebrate big.
And lastly, what does celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month mean for you?
You know what is it's like a renaissance, is a flourishing of our culture. But more than that is the integration of everybody, because I think everybody has a little bit of Hispanic in them. The horses that we have in this nation, they came from Europe, especially from Spain. So let's not forget about who first put their fingerprints around this country, when it comes to conquering and finding this place. I mean, of course, we have the indigenous first than anybody else, but then in terms of conquistadors, the Spaniards got here in the 1500s before anybody else. And maybe there's some other stories about Vikings coming from the north, but at least we do know that Hispanics, and even during the 7-Year War, we had Florida, and we exchanged Florida for Cuba back in those days too, after the end of the war. So there's so much contribution to the grassroots of this nation, and they continue to be. I mean, even from when you go to places like Georgia, you go to Savannah, Georgia, you see a lot of the fingerprints of Hispanics. Whatever you go around this country, think also the eastern part of Louisiana back in those days also. So there's so much of the Latino fingerprint in our culture, in this nation that we call United States of America. So don't let anybody fool you. We still have that fingerprint, and it's growing. And so when we celebrate Hispanic heritage, we're not only celebrating our heritage, but we're also celebrating the the inclusion that has been happening, the mixing, us with other cultures here, and us enriching ourselves and enriching others by what we have brought to the table.
It was great to hear what Commissioner Ortiz had to say and about his heritage and about the celebrations. Now, he actually participated in a ceremony with Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. They commemorated the 18th annual City of Orlando Hispanic Heritage event. So I can assume it was only filled with food, fiesta, and so much more. Up next, we actually talked with Pedro Turushina of the Hispanic Chamber of Metro Orlando. to find out how Orlando was ranked #1 for Hispanic entrepreneurs. And he also has some advice for some upcoming entrepreneurs if you want to get your business started here in Orlando.
I'm very proud and excited that our city, Beautiful, has been recognized as the #1 city for Hispanic entrepreneurs. This recognition shows that Central Florida has created the right environment, provided the right resources, and supports small businesses to thrive. Now, it is important to highlight one thing. 1 out of every 4 small businesses here in Central Florida identifies as Hispanic-owned, which is huge for us. That fact alone speaks volumes about the progress and how resilient and successful our Hispanic business community is. Our mission continues to be strong and is to strengthen the Hispanic business in Central Florida. We currently represent more than 2,600 active members, from entrepreneurs to professionals, corporate partners. Every day, we work to provide opportunities for them to connect, to learn, and to succeed. With the support of 57 corporate partners that you see here in the back wall, those are the investors that help us to continue to grow our chamber. And I'm proud to report that we're in the top 2 chambers in the region and amongst the top 10 Hispanic chambers in the nation. And at the end of the day, when our businesses succeed, our entire community prospers. As a past business owner myself, I know what it takes to open up a business. And it's more than just opening it up with a great idea. You need a plan, you need a strong support system, and you need strong connections. My advice is to don't be afraid to ask for help. Look for mentors. Surround yourself with organizations that can guide you through the process. Join the Hispanic Chamber is my first advice, but also visit us here at the National Entrepreneur Center, where we provide the tools, the resources, and the partnerships to help your business grow and start to scale. Edwin's story is truly the representation of how strong we are here in this community. It's a success story for the Hispanic Chamber and how much he has contributed to the ecosystem in Central Florida. His success is built on perseverance and the ability to take advantage of the connections, the visibility, and the resources we offer here at the Hispanic Chamber and other organizations like our sister organization Prospera and the National Entrepreneur Center. Today, Mecatos is more than just a brand. It's a bakery that is also grown tremendously in a region. His product speaks for itself. It's delicious, outstanding quality, but also a really good family-oriented business. The Hispanic Heritage Month is about honoring our roots, celebrating the leaders who paved the way for all of us, the legacy, right, from those trailblazers that made a difference in our community. So recognizing that the impact of our business community continues to have the prosperity of our region. The culture is rooted in family, in hard work, and collaboration, and those values fuel the entrepreneurial spirit that continues to drive so many Hispanic business owners. That is why this month is not only a celebration of our heritage, it's also a celebration of economic contributions. And while we highlight it between September and October, the truth is, it's something that we need to celebrate all year long.
Honoring your roots all year long, and some great advice for some aspiring entrepreneurs. Some really good words. Well, we're about to take a break on Fox 35 News, so we'll be right back with more Hispanic Heritage Month stories.
watching Fox 35 News Plus, streaming on Fox Local.
Welcome back into Fox 35 News Plus. I'm Reina Nieves, and I'm bringing you a Hispanic Heritage Month special. Now, here is a live look from our SunTrust camera. We spoke about entrepreneurs and how Orlando is #1 for entrepreneurs. I had the opportunity to speak with Jane Rodriguez of the New Romantics Bookstore, which is a Latina-owned bookstore, first in romance only in Orlando. And this all came about because of a phenomenon on TikTok known as Book Talk. It's basically where a community comes together for the love of books. So I spoke to her about how she started her business and the success that she's seeing. I'm here with Jane Rodriguez, owner of the New Romantics Bookstore. So tell me a little bit about the success of what your store is seeing. Tell me the timeline, like what are we looking at?
Yeah, so we are Orlando's romance-only bookstore, which is something so fun and unique. I've been dreaming about opening the bookstore since I was a teenager. It's so funny because the other day I was looking at like a goals sheet that I had like written down. I don't even know how long ago, and on it I had written like open a bookstore. So like the fact that it came to life is just so surreal. But I started the process to like start the bookstore and build that community in the beginning of 2024. And at the end of 2024, we got the keys to our first brick and mortar spot in Audubon Park, right by East End Market. And it's such a beautiful, amazing community to be a part of because we are surrounded by other small businesses. And it has just been such a great time. We have thankfully been so successful, and I really think it's due to the community that we've built. I started the process of opening the bookstore by going on TikTok and Instagram and being like, hi, my name is Jane Rodriguez and I'm opening Orlando's romance only bookstore. And so many people were like, oh my God, this is so exciting. And we are so excited. And they really watched the entire journey unfold from the moment that we were doing like pop-ups in the community to getting the keys to our brick and mortar space till grand opening weekend. And we had over 1,000 people come out that weekend, which was absolutely insane. And it has just been so amazing ever since.
That's amazing to hear. Now, take me back to this like community engagement like efforts you were trying to create. So I know there's talks on people on TikTok this wanting to have like romantic communities.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Talk to me about that.
For sure. And I think that social media is such a huge part of what we owe our success to, right? We started seeing more and more readers, especially romance readers, that were getting recommendations off of Book Talk and all of those things. And I was like, how can we bring this online community to like real life and in person? And I did that through social media. So community has always been like the #1 thing that we strive for. We try to involve the community as much as possible, bring value to the community. We host so many different events, everything from book clubs to author conversations to cozy crafting nights and watch parties and everything in between. And it has been so beautiful to like have a space where we can host all these events that interest romance readers and women in so many different ways. And I always say that like being a romance reader is the thing that breaks the ice to like build the friendships and community, because you're like, oh my God, you're reading that? I just read that. And that's kind of like the icebreaker to just be like, so like, let's go to Disney or let's just go hang out and like really build relationships and friendships within the community. And being able to be like that segue for people has been so amazing. And I'm just so grateful that we're able to do that.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. Now, take me back to your story. How long have you been a romance lover? How long have you loved reading books? Tell me all about that.
Yeah, ever since I was little, I have been a strictly romance reader, and I will say that I only read romance. And ever since I was like a teenager, I say that like Twilight was the thing that started it all. Because once I picked up Twilight and I read it, I have not looked back since. So that has been like 15, 17 years ago since that happened. And it's cool how I've like transformed as a reader myself. And like going back to social media, I owe a lot of what I read now because of social media. Like I went from reading like 20, 30 books a year to 130 books a year. Like I'm currently at 124 books read this year. And it's so much because social media, you're like, oh my God, like here's a quote from this book, or this is what's in this book. And you're like, I want to read that. And thankfully now as a bookstore, I get lots of authors that want to have me read their books. And it's just been a really cool way that I've learned so much about the publishing industry and romance specifically, and how we can continue to celebrate the romance genre. It's actually the highest selling genre of all books. And it's because there's such a massive following community of people that are not reading. They might be reading 20, 30 books a year, 5 books a year, but they're also reading 100 books a year. So it's really cool to find the different types of readers that are reading a couple books a year and those that are reading over 100 books a year.
Wow, so you'd say it's like a full circle moment, like in
Yeah.
your life? Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
literally, yeah, I feel so happy, so fulfilled. I'm so grateful that I get to do this every day.
Oh, that's great. Well, talk to me about like the future. What do you see your bookstore doing in the future? And
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're really excited to be celebrating our 1-year anniversary on the weekend of December 6th. We have a fun, exciting surprise that we are keeping top secret till that day. So I'm really excited to share that with everyone. I hope to be able to expand in some way, shape, or form and continue to expand within the Orlando community and continue to maybe open other locations in the Orlando community. I know that this space is just so large, right? Like I love the joke where people say that Orlando is an hour away from Orlando. So I would love to have like little like satellite stores in other parts of the city as well. And we'll see where that takes us.
Awesome. Well, you pride yourself on being Latina owned and a Latina owned business. So talk to me a little bit about that, how that impacts you.
Yeah, so I fully love being Latina. My parents are the most important people in my life to me. I really, really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for their determination and resilience and work ethic. And they are actually the ones that, like, the day that we got the keys to the store, they live in Miami, and they drove up and spent the entire weekend painting, building bookshelves with me, like all of those things. So it's just like everything I do for my parents and like to celebrate them and to honor them. And we also have a whole bookshelf in store that is strictly books in Spanish because my mom doesn't speak English. So I wanted her to be able to walk into my store and find a book that she could read. So that was something that was really, really important to me. And my favorite thing, honestly, is whenever I'm like walking around the store and doing things and someone's like, oh my God, they have books in Spanish. And they're just like so excited that we have that and they're able to share that with their parents as well. And so that was something that was really, really important to me because again, I would not be here. My dream wouldn't have come true if it wasn't for like the faith and the belief that my parents instilled in me.
Oh, that's great. Well, representation is always good to hear, especially here in
1,000%,
Orlando.
yeah.
Yeah. So lastly, before I let you go, well, I want you to tell me your favorite stories right now and what are you reading? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I am fully in like a cozy fall romance. Like right now, I am trying to read every single cozy fall romance that I can get my hands on. My favorite one recently was called The Heartbreak of Hotel, which is like a grumpy sunshine, is what we call it, where the male main character is like this grumpy man who owns this beautiful house, and the female main character, she is renting out the house and she wants to turn it into like a bed and breakfast for people with broken hearts, and he's like helping her along the way, and it's so cute. I ate it up, and I'm just trying to read a lot of fall romances. I read If It Makes You Happy, which we literally cannot keep on our shelves. This time it could be different, I think it's what it's called, is also a really fun one. And we have a whole section right now in store dedicated to all those fall cozy romances to get you into the fall mood as much as you can in Orlando when it's 90 degrees outside still.
Love that. Yeah. It was great to talk with Jane and to learn about her bookstore. You can check out the New Romantics bookstore in the Audubon Park district. It's just a little ways away from downtown Orlando. We'll be right back with more Hispanic Heritage Month stories.
watching Fox 35 News Plus, streaming on Fox Local.
Welcome back into Fox 35 News Plus. I'm Reina Nieves, and I'm bringing you a Hispanic Heritage Month special. Now, this next story I'm a little bit jealous of because I wasn't there, but Salsa Heat Dance Studio in Orlando had the opportunity to come to Good Day Orlando and salsa dance with the Anchors. They talked about their studio and how they believe the power of dance brings people together, especially during this month. So check it out.
Owners of Salsa Heat are here today.
Yeah, so they've got not one but two dance studios in Orlando. So, guys, good morning. Thanks for coming in. It's great to be with you.
Thank you guys for having us.
This is incredible. So can you tell us first just what was the idea behind opening up your studio, Salsa Heat?
Well, it was just mainly a good opportunity for people to come out, meet new people, find new friends, find a place where they can go and release some stress, from the daily, works and stuff like that. So that's the main idea behind it. Well, then learning how to dance in Florida, so we have the salsa. So it's good.
Well, we mentioned two in Orlando, but you have how many now? How many overall?
Yes, there is a few locations that we have, and they go as far as Leesburg. We have Lake Mary, we have Kissimmee and Orlando, which are the main ones. We have Maitland, one closer to actually here too. So there's a few of them that are open all over Florida. So yes.
And our population's, I'm sorry, so diverse that people come in that they love this kind of dancing.
Yes.
How much has that grown over?
From everywhere they come. Yes. It's been good. Actually, this year has been, for whatever reason, it's been really big. We've been so busy. A lot of new people, a lot of new dancers, and then they get together with the old dancers that have been dancing for a while. So it's a very nice dynamic and atmosphere. Yes, it's beautiful.
All right, can we ask the big question? Would you mind giving us just a little dance routine?
Absolutely. We'll try. We'll try.
All right, we're going to back out and give you room.
We're going to leave the stage.
Take it away.
Beautiful.
So again, this is Amar and Jennifer from Salsa Heat, but we have another request for you.
Let's go.
If you don't mind.
I've been waiting for
Trying
this.
to hold my breath.
Okay, we've been stretching all morning long, right? We've been preparing.
We have, yeah.
Well, Ryan has.
Yeah. Can we have a couple of moves? Can you give us a little bit of a lesson?
We're actually going to dance after we do the couple of moves. So you'll dance with my wife, and then you'll dance with me, and you'll dance with me.
She's
All right.
very talented. She's very talented. And I'm gonna watch.
I could do both. I could do both at the same time. Okay, so what we believe, if you can walk, you can dance. Okay, as long as we give it a little bit of structure. So
sometimes walking is debatable. Just FYI.
We're gonna start with our left foot going forward first, always coming back together to the middle. Yes, and then we do the opposite, going back on the right, then forward together. Let's try that again. Forward and 3, right and together. If we do the counts, it goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. One more time. And a 5, 6. Ryan is looking great. Come on, Ryan. Yes? Ahora.
He has a tattoo that says patience. That was made for me.
Wait, why do you have
Especially. I mean, I had to remind myself sometimes. You okay? So we'll add the right turn real quick, right? And then we can put it all together. Okay? For the right turn, pretending we're standing on a clock. Yes, we're going to go 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. 3 steps. We're going to go forward with the left on 1, going around on 2, coming around all the way on 3. Yes?
Right turn.
Just a right turn, okay? Kind of like when you can't find that outfit you want to wear for the party, right?
Okay.
Oh my God.
So good until we get the turn.
Very good, very good. So let's try that one more time. So we're gonna go forward left on 1, coming around on 2, all the way around on 3. Then we're gonna finish it up going back on 5, 6, and 7. Are we good? Can we put all of that together?
I'm gonna try.
Starting with the basic first. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Basic again. 1, 2. We're gonna go for the right turn, nice and smooth. Walk around. 5, 7. That's so good. 3, 5, and 7. Now we're gonna put it all together with our partners. Who want to start?
Oh God.
Amy, you here.
Amy, go.
Oh, I was gonna partner with Stephanie, but I need you, Amar.
So,
Here we go.
Ryan, on this side.
Okay.
No, you're with me.
No, okay. Oh, up here. Okay.
Can we do that?
Okay.
So, we're going to go forward with the left. She's going to go back with the right.
Okay.
1 and 3, 5 and 7. 1 and 3. We're going to lift our hand up on 3. 1 and 3. She goes for the turn.
Did I go the right way?
1, yes.
Okay, good.
5, one more time. 1, 3, hand up on 3, 7, 1, and 3. She goes 6, 7, then basic 2, 3, and then we do a little dip. Whoa, let's go. That was so good. You guys are professional.
Teacher ever. I felt like I kept up a little bit.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Thank you. That was Roberto, our floor director, who came out, by the way, to save me.
That was you got the moves.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you,
Imar,
guys.
Jennifer, how can our viewers find you if they would like to go get some lessons?
Awesome. So we do offer lessons daily, okay, during the week, all start at night in all of our locations. They can also go to salsaorlando.com. That's our actual website. We do have socials every weekend, every Friday, every first, second, and third Friday of the month. And if there's a fifth one, we also have a social. So if they want to come out, they can take a class, they can sell at the social for free. It's a great atmosphere for people to come, meet people, have a good time, just enjoy their time. And in December, though, we do have our Christmas party, which is one of the biggest parties we actually host during the year. It's going to be at the Hilton. If you want tickets for that discounted, it's going to be at salsaorlando.com is the way to go.
Awesome.
Yes?
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having us.
Teach me. They can do great with you also.
You did amazing.
I might have to take some salsa dance lessons of my own. You can check out Salsa Heat Dance Studio in Orlando. We'll have more Hispanic heritage stories right after the break.
You're watching
each park.
Fox 35 News Plus, streaming on Fox Local.
Welcome back into Fox 35 News Plus. I'm Reina Nieves, and we're bringing you a Hispanic Heritage Month special. Now, we're taking things over to the most magical place on earth to see how they had their celebrations of Hispanic Heritage Month. I had the opportunity to speak with Juan Carlos Cardona, and he told me all about how the park celebrated, the park's resorts, and everything in between celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month. Take a listen here. I'm here with Juan Carlos Cardona, and we are talking about Hispanic Heritage Month at the Disney parks and Disney resorts. So can you tell me a little bit about how each park celebrated the month of Hispanic Heritage Month and the resorts and all of that?
Well, Reina, this is actually very special for us because it's not just a celebration for the parks, but it's also a celebration for us as cast members. It's a moment of pride. And it's very special for us to see this coming to life. We have things that are happening throughout the year, but also happening in this specific period of time. So, for instance, we were very lucky starting the celebration in September 15. We had Basilos coming in as the Grand Marshal when we were having our parade in Magic Kingdom. And we have things that are coming in that embedded now into the entertainment. Like, for example, right now with Disney Starlight, you can enjoy characters like from Coco and Encanto that are already there. You have the meet and greet for with Mirabel at the Fairy Tale Garden, and we also have sprinkled some foods, some food here and there in different places. Like for example, some light-inspired dining and a skipper canteen at the Magic Kingdom. But also, for example, in Epcot, one of my favorites is actually Celebración Encanto, the sing along. I'm Colombian. I cannot deny when I go there, like I just get excited when I see the music, when I hear the music, I see everybody dancing towards that. It's amazing. We have the Mariachi Cobre that is there part of the Mexico Pavilion. And we actually had a really good lineup for the E to the Beat concert series. We had actually the largest amount of concerts that we have ever had that are inspired by the Latin culture. For example, we had Basilos, Latin Grammy winners. We also have Jesse and Joy, which were amazing. Just I got to see them, and it was amazing to just see the energy over there. And we have also little things that can surprise you. For example, you have very exclusive Encanto and Coco magic shots when you're using the Disney Pass. It's very beautiful. It's a special surprise that when you get to do that and you get to see that, for example, with the kids, it gives like a special touch to what you're doing in there. And then there are other things that are sprinkled throughout the park. For example, if you go to Animal Kingdom, you can see the Viva Gaia street band, which is great. Or if you go, for example, to the animation experience, you'll see things that are inspired by Coco. Which is also a great connection to this moment. And then if you go to Hollywood Studios, there are gonna be some surprises with some food that you'll have in there. For example, some shrimp tacos and the watermelon margarita. Highly recommended. And you can also find some Coco merchandise in some stores that we have in there. But this is also happening at Disney Springs and our resorts, where you can see artwork, we can see food, and also, for example, in our resorts, we have some of the movies that are going on right now are actually, for example, Coco, Encanto, that you'll see there, and they're connected to the celebration as well.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. And you mentioned Mariachi Cobre. I actually found out that the founder was honored with the Legacy Award, so that really means a lot to the parks, doesn't it?
It's very special. It's the highest award that you can receive as a cast member. It's basically you exemplify all the values that Walt Disney put when he was creating this special place for everybody. So the fact that this was recognition that was given to them is very special, not only for them, but for everybody that is part of the Hispanic community.
That's wonderful to hear. I'm a big fan of Mariachi Cobre. So yeah, and the festivities are year round, as you said. So that's amazing to hear as well.
It is incredible, and they definitely bring a special touch to the celebration.
Perfect. Thank you. I had to include that part with Mariachi Cobre because every time I celebrate my birthday, I have to go to Epcot so that they can sing happy birthday to me. So I had to include that. Up next in our Hispanic Heritage Month special, we are taking things a little still in the Disney parks, but we are going to the Cirque du Soleil show, Drawn to Life, where our Amanda Ruiz had the opportunity to speak with some acrobats that hail from Brazil, Ecuador, and Colombia. Take a listen here.
See it behind me. I just want to stare and really take it all in. It's just so cool to see. And we have one of the double wheel artists with us. That's what it's called, Rodrigo. Rodrigo, tell us a little bit about what we're seeing back here.
So what you're seeing back here is traditionally called the double wheel. Here in Drawn to Life, we call it the old mill. It's inspired by the short film of Disney animation. It's a short film called The Old Mill. It's where owls, they play around and they share their home in Old Mill.
Where you came to the Drawn to Life family too, so talk to me a little bit about how you found yourself here in Disney doing this show.
For us circus performers, it's like a dream come true to come work for Cirque du Soleil, and not just only Cirque du Soleil, it's also Disney. So for us, it's a dream come true.
Talk about a little bit about how they're doing it. They're making it look so easy, like they're just jogging right now, but it takes some core strength, I assume.
Yeah, it looks easy, but it takes a lot of core strength and also like synchronization between like our partners. We have to sort of synchronize our movements to push, control our bodies. The more we push forward, the more the wheel moves faster. And if we control our body to like move back, then the wheel kind of like slows down. So it's kind of like it's a bit of science there too.
Yeah, so it's like a teamwork kind of effort thing. Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about your performers that you perform with. You guys are all from Latin America, and now you found yourself in Disney working for such a dream show. How does that feel?
Like I said, for all of us, it's a dream come true. I am Brazilian Argentinian. I have my partners, 2 Colombians and 1 from Ecuador, and we also have Tevin, American.
And so you guys are just living the dream. I can't get over this. This looks so cool. And for the people that come out to see this show, what makes this show so special, Drawn to Life?
The combination with Disney, it's one of a kind. It's the first show with Cirque du Soleil and Disney collaborating together. So I think that makes the difference.
Talk about the big wheel, how it works, the mechanisms, everything. We want to know all about this thing.
Yeah, it's a big apparatus. It weighs about 900 pounds each, I guess. Yeah. We work together as a group with the technicians and everyone from Cirque du Soleil to create and design this special wheel.
And you guys perform this, I believe, 10 times a week. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. 10 times a week. We are 6 performers in the wheel, and we rotate between 4. So 4 of us work during the day, and 2 of us we rest.
And of course, this is a collaboration with Disney. So me and my photographer were looking around. You see little parts of Disney in every little part. We've got these little feet marks from Donald Duck. We've got just the paper, so it represents Drawn to Life. We've got the pencils over there, the sharpener. So there's just a little bit of magic in every little piece of the stage, right?
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of that during the show as well. There's a lot of like hidden pieces. Like you will miss it if you only come one time to see the show. There's so many little details about Disney that also Disney collaborated with Cirque du Soleil to bring together their designs, their ideas, their characters, and everything like from Disney and Cirque du Soleil.
That's awesome. And I didn't know they got outside the wheel, so now that was unexpected.
Double danger.
But that's so cool. Thank you so much, Rodrigo, for sharing the story. It's so exciting. And how can people come out to see the show if they wanted to come out here?
Oh, they'll visit Disney Springs, and you'll see the big building where it says Drawn to Life, and also Cirque du Soleil.
You can't miss it. It's the big white building in Disney Springs.
Not miss it.
Thank you so much, Rodrigo. Let's take one last look at what they're doing. It's just so impressive seeing them do this. I can't get over it. And again, I thought they were just going to stay in the wheel, but now they're all on top of it. We're just going to take a moment because I have no words. I'm wordless right now.
I can tell you firsthand that show is phenomenal. I had the opportunity to see it when its grand opening happened about 3 or 4 years ago. I can tell you it's an amazing show. So be sure to check it out. We'll be right back with more Hispanic Heritage Month stories here on Fox 35 News Plus.
You're watching Fox 35 News Plus, streaming on Fox Local.
Welcome back into Fox 35 News Plus. I'm Reina Nieves, and I'm bringing you a Hispanic Heritage Month special. Now we're going to my favorite segment, which is food. So we're going to bring you a couple food stories based around food joints in Central Florida and Orlando as well. So our first food story comes from Mi Casa Kitchen, which is some Puerto Rican food, and I was looking at their menu right now, and I have to try it out myself. Our Amanda Ruiz had the opportunity to speak with some of the kitchen folks and some of the owners to talk about what kind of food they make and what you can expect at their restaurant.
And what a gem this restaurant is. We're about 25 minutes from downtown when you really think about it. And look how cute they are. They're welcoming us. And we're going to welcome you into Mi Casa Kitchen. Now, the food that they serve here is just an absolute dream. It's not just food that they're serving here. They're serving up a story. And who better to tell that story than the owner right here, Abdiel. Tell me a little bit about your inspiration for your recipes. Who does it come from and what generations? It goes back.
Yes, it does. So Mi Casa Kitchen the Mi Casa Kitchen story is really about 3 generations. My mom, single mom, moved to Orlando in 1979 to give her kids a better life. So, the food that we're serving here today is that special recipe. My mom's, my abuelitas, and now we're serving it to you guys.
And walk us through a few of these dishes that we have.
Okay, we have, these are, I'm going to start with the typical.
Yes.
We got the sorullos. We have the mofongo with camarones a la criolla. We have the pernil with the yellow rice, which is ajo con gandules, and tostones, alcapurrias, and we have the beef and chicken empanadas, and of course the guava pastries, the guava quesitos, and the quesitos.
It's just amazing. What do you want people to take when they eat your food here? Because it's coming from multiple generations, from your mom, from your grandmother. It's just a beautiful story.
We want people to feel when they come here, that we want them to feel a community, like and when they're eating here, it reminds to take them back to their abuelita's kitchen. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about.
I love that.
Yes.
And we have the woman of the hour here. We have the mother with the recipes that come
here,
from.
This is all the recipes come from the jefa. Yes.
She is the star of the show, and she brought these recipes. And she's a mom of 8 kids.
8 kids, yes.
Wow.
So we, after 2 years in a food truck, we decided to expand and offer our food that way people can continue to try my mom's cooking.
And she had no idea that you were going to do this. Like, no one expects that you bring your food and you become a restaurant, and now your name's in the 2025 Best Latin Kitchens for Orlando Weekly. That's got to feel good.
That is, it's a truly blessing, to be here and for my mom's, food to be coming out, and my abuelita's food to be coming out. It is crazy.
It's just beautiful. And you're going to show us a little secret. You're going to show us the magic where it all happens,
the
right?
Magic, yes.
Let's go into the kitchen.
Vente, mama.
And they're going to teach us how to make sofrito. And if you don't know what sofrito is, it's Spanish, Puerto Rican
That is the base. That is the base of all the food that we cook here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, I was just telling them that my mom, I'm also Puerto Rican, and my mom, I make her fly down from New York to make me some because I don't know how to make it, and she makes the best ones. So now we're going to get a little tip. I know she's going to take out her pen and paper to write some down. We'll walk over there.
Yes, actually, this is the pernil that's out there. We're actually catering, today. So this is the pernil coming out of the oven.
Wow.
Too.
This is the sofrito. We call it sofrito. This is the main thing for all the flavors that we make in here.
¿Qué tiene el sofrito, mami? ¿Qué es lo que lleva el sofrito?
Cilantro, pimiento, ají dulce, cebolla, ajo.
That's it.
That food reminds me of home. You can check out Mi Casa Kitchen in Longwood for authentic Puerto Rican food. Next, we had the opportunity to go to Zaza Cuban Comfort Kitchen earlier this year. There are 3 locations in Altamont Springs and Heathrow for some authentic Cuban comfort food. our Marley Capper had the opportunity to tell this story.
Ruben Perez opened his first Zaza Cuban comfort food in 2013.
Muy bueno. Bueno's everything. Bueno's everything.
It's been a community staple ever since.
Coffee's excellent. Can't find a better cup of coffee.
Coffee is really good and the pastry was great.
But Perez's restaurant journey started long before 2013. He was working at his dad's restaurant at age 10 back in 1977.
I've been doing this for 36 years.
He opened his own spot, Don Pepe's Habana Grill, at 22 in 1989. Then Pepito's Grill in 2000. The idea for Zaza came to him in 2005.
It wasn't very Hispanic back then. And I was giving my dad this idea we had to do a Cuban restaurant. There's a lot of Hispanics there, but there's a market for it.
It all started with a love for coffee and pastries. Perez said good coffee is what brings people in.
Way before I opened the first Zaza, I actually built my own roasting facility and started becoming an expert on coffee, traveling to Costa Rica, Colombia, all the coffee countries of coffee origin, and learning the coffee side, and that's a big part of our brand.
Fast forward to 2025, Zaza is now known for its Cuban sandwiches and comfort food. They just opened their new location in Castleberry, and they're working to open locations in Soto and at the airport. Customers are excited.
I'll be thrilled with they're at the airport because I fly in and out of there all the time, so yay.
The goal is to open 6 new locations in the next year.
We're going to open one wonderful store at a time. But yeah, we want to dominate this market and then grow regionally. I'd love to be statewide and even out of the state for sure.
Perez says he's proud to have such strong roots here in Central Florida.
I've been here my whole life and I don't expect to leave it. It's cool to see how Orlando's changed over the last 58 years.
The business is now in its 4th generation, with Perez's son stepping in to continue the family legacy. Reporting in Castleberry, Marley Capper, Fox 35 News.
I'm gonna have to try some of that food myself. Well, that's all the time we have left for our Hispanic Heritage Month special. Thank you for watching. I'm Reina Nieves. More news to come your way soon.